Alright. YouTube says we're live. Which means that we should be live.
Whoa.
And if we're not, I'm gonna be upset. Alright. Sam, what's your channel URL? Actually, no, don't say it. Send it through Discord.
Alright, are you streaming yet?
Yeah, like I'm on right now.
Alright.
And when I say your channel URL, I mean like the one where you go into your settings. And shoot, where do you find it?
The channel URL, what?
Don't move a muscle out. Yeah, what, V?
You know what? Screw it. There's nothing for you to moderate. No one's gonna show up.
People will, but
No,
I need one. Yeah. You'll probably be fine with that one.
Alright. Well, regardless.
What the heck? Why am I lagging so bad?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this is kinda... It is quite doo-doo. This is not the, This is not the,
Ideal circumstance.
Yeah. Alright, new game. Let's boot this bad boy up.
So, it's all about trickery to you? Wherever have you come from?
Okay, hold on. I gotta hit a Soldier Boy and crank that.
Soldier Boy in there! Oh!
Okay, I think that'll be good. And then there's gotta be...
Nate, how do you spell your channel name? Is it Pyron?
I think it's Nathaniel Meyer.
Actually, you're both wrong. It's Astro
Oh, wait, no,
Swag.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Astros.
Forgot.
Yeah. Why?
So I can watch it.
Okay.
Sam, advertise on your Snapchat.
No.
A lot of people that would join.
Trickery. But if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer
You have more
tied.
people on. I mean, you have a different range of people on Snapchat.
Contraction is there.
I never said there. I was trying to say.
Shut up! There are people talking!
Right here.
What a
Oh, okay.
silly place. It's stuffed. So it's not real for now? I don't think it has started yet.
Does it matter what it's made of? It's definitely struggling. We need to perform Sectio Transversalis. Cut the wall. There's no other way out. What else is there to do?
I know what to do. Those who favor hard logic and direct action are bound to be misguided. Only a miracle can set us free without us having to destroy something. And I can do miracles. Just let me.
Okay. I've decided that the volume has to go up a little more. because the way these characters are voiced.
Are you gonna screen share?
Am I not?
You're not.
Oh
Oh,
dear.
then I'll just watch that.
I should have freaking reset.
Okay.
I want to.
Okay. Now, this should be good.
Be quiet. You're a liar and a thief. Who is going to believe you when you keep lying to yourself? The truth is my shepherd. Whatever happens, I will find answers, and justice will be restored. I will perform the operation. Medica morbo adhibe.
Don't you go all bossy on me, clever clogs. You will act justly, but your justice will blind you and become his demise. This calls for the gentle hand of a surgeon. Step aside, both of you.
Your gentle hands are used to killing, not giving life. You will inevitably do harm. As for Brainy, he has no regard for casualties at all.
Why is she so
Neither
slow and
uses
intimidating?
compassion.
Yes, it seems unlikely that we'll get along well, but there's only one truth.
Any choice is right as long as it's willed. That's the truth of the matter.
Only the heart will show you the right choice. Stop thinking about yourselves. Think of the sick. He's in pain. I can't see it yet, but I can feel it.
It's not even a trap. It's a grave. Subipsum funis sumus. Can't say I hold a soft spot for it.
I can see that. You're full of hate. Stuffed or not, it's breathing. I can hear it. It can be healed rather than killed.
You mean you won't be...
Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what that was about. Okay, so I can't choose changeling? Not entirely sure what a changeling is, if I'm going to be 100% honest. So, Bachelor, the history of humanity witnessed a number of... I'm not even gonna... I can't read the word.
Maybe his last name is Chainlink.
However, smart and virtuous, the people is destructive defense. Alright. Okay, so the horror specs... So it seems like I can choose between like a medical doctor and then like not a religious doctor, but some kind of magic doc. But it's not like
Voodoo black magic.
basically. So I'm going to go the route of actual science.
A Bachelor of Medicine, was brought
I'm
here
somewhat
by
of a scientist
circumstances most unfortunate. Dankovsky's life work, his theory challenging the existing notions of human mortality, is being harshly persecuted by the powers that be. Suddenly, a letter arrives from a colleague suggesting that there is previous undiscovered
power
evidence which
that-
may support Dankovsky's claims. There is a settlement, the letter says, ruled by an extraordinary man who may well be seen as objective proof of Dankovsky's daring hypothesis. Grasping at straws of hope, Dankovsky decides to follow what he believes to be the
Wait a minute. I didn't mean to skip that. I didn't mean to skip that at all. I meant to pause it so I could... Whoa, I didn't like that animation.
He's like, hi.
Nice chair. What's wrong with your fingers? Why does your skin look so loose?
He does it before, baby.
Ah! Okay.
Bald, bald, bald.
What's with his eyes? Hey, ba!
Playing some epic music.
Arriba!
Why are your fingers so long?
I don't even know.
It's Rick Riordan.
The author
That
of
is
Percy
funny.
Jackson?
Yes, sir.
How'd you know?
What do you mean, how did I know? That was... What is this? What does this mean? That is a strange shape. I don't know exactly what it was about it, but something about the shape of her character model just didn't leave me in the most settled position. Ah! Mission! Huh, hold on. I gotta yawn before I can pretend to read out loud. Okay. As of today, my mission remains obscure. The examination of Simon Kane, who is rumored to be a man of incredible longevity, may shake the very foundation of modern thanatology and challenge the existent notions of death itself. However, even if this undying Leviathan proves to be more than a fairy tale, the mere confirmation of his existence won't suffice to prevent the powers that be from shutting our laboratory down. I need to figure out the most fruitful approach. Simon is a well-respected man, and if he mistakes my interest for effrontery, it would be nigh impossible to convince him to help me break new ground in the field of human vitality. So basically, okay, so I think the Bachelor story is he's trying to cure death.
Eventually, people will treat death as an illness and then cure it. That'd be a good day to live.
No, it wouldn't.
Why's that?
Day 1, by the end of which the Bachelor finds himself battling a truly unvanquishable foe. Alright. Whoa, this sensitivity is not fun.
Scissors.
Okay, let's get that. Whoa, that's a little too much.
What is that called for? Like when the screen is just motion blur? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit much, eh?
It's a bit much. It's a bit much still. Let's get a happy little... There we go. Yeah, that's nice. Is there anything I can look at here?
First try the machine gunner in bunker 1. Easy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about in this game. I was like, there's no machine gunner. At least I hope not. Oh, what? Okay, so I think I found the inventory. Rations, drugs, other. Alright.
Thunderbolts and lightning, very,
Where-
very frightening.
Oh, I go down this weird set of stairs. Hello.
I had a feeling you would come.
Whoa, it's storming.
The sounds from us from the outside wake you too. It was a terrible groan,
Curse your
and then
house.
something
Like,
snapped loudly. No, I heard nothing. The sound.
It's reminds me of
There are
Papers, Please.
strangers
Your
in the
picture, like,
backyard by the pond. They're unlikely to be planning mischief, but I have a bad feeling about this. I'm afraid to go out to them. I hope they go away soon and stop disturbing our sleep. Yeah, why aren't they planning anything foul? Our population is so thin, crime is basically non-existent, especially here in the Stone Yard, especially, or not especially. How did I mistake sometimes for especially? Anyway, sometimes there are pranks, of course. Fights happen occasionally. People are young here, so they often go out at night, but we're a tight community. And now I hear unfamiliar speech. That's not a good sound. I'll go out and take a look, but I'm in a hurry. I must see this founding father of yours. Are you willing to trade the company of a fascinated woman for that of a
Yes.
a dreadful old man, even if he is a sorcerer? That's so sad. But Simon won't go anywhere. He has always been, he always will be, even if the moon were to fall to the ground. Please, stay with me a little longer. Simon is... What the? This game is weird.
Staircase down, I second tried, easy. Gone time.
Are you not much of a hurry? Do come around. The canes are asleep now. Take your knockabout coat off. Have a rest in my bed. Let me warm your hands. You are so anxious to see Simon, as though your life depended on it. My life? Yes. Now that my laboratory is on the brink of destruction, my whole life's pursuit depends on that remarkable man. If he has really managed to live that long, then his tissues will help me defeat death. Yeah, okay, so he's trying to... Death, so that's the enemy you've chosen for yourself? Isn't it hard? I don't think anybody has managed to defeat that evil yet. Millions of doctors defeated it on certain singular occasions, but my enemy is more fearsome. It is death itself, rather than a singular case of death. Okay, so it's either we try to like dumb it down for Miss Eva Yan and say like, people can fight death. Like, I'm just trying to like fight big death, right? Or I can just try to like pull the I'm trying to become God card and say my enemy is inevitability. I am challenging the forces of nature. I'm God.
God, by the way.
Could death only seem inevitable? Really be nothing more than a whim of the will that had shaped this world? That is the question. So where is the key to my victory? I like referring to a man named Simon as the key to my victory. Sure, we'll take some advice. Simon has two younger brothers, the eldest of the two, Georgie. I'm just gonna call that Georgie. Wait, Georgie!
How?
Georgie.
Georgie is called the judge by the locals. Visit him first. He isn't asleep. He'll teach you how to speak with Simon. The youngest of the three is Victor. His daughter, Maria, also wanted to see you. It's probably important. Was it she who knew about my arrival beforehand? Yes, she told me about it privately. Talking to her is no simple task. Maria is that kind of person. She puts on airs, but that's just how the Canes are. It was Maria who told me that she would help you defeat death. That's the precise wording. What a coincidence. Alright. Thanks. go, and I'll prepare everything for your return. Do come back after you speak to the Canes. They will probably do a lot of things that will puzzle you and put you on guard. I will have some advice that may be of help to you if you need it.
Alright, Nate, to interrupt the story, I just got a 2742 on my speedrun.
Oh, is that the first sub 29 you got?
Yeah. So I
Okay.
got a gold medal speedrun, and now I 100% of the game, technically.
Okay, that's pretty epic.
Yeah. Bring
Oh.
it down, get a platinum. Alright, continue on your conquest.
Alright, is there a key? What the? Oh. Oh, Lord. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is gonna be like a real map.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dear. Okay, okay. Also, I believe the map just described this place as a mansion. And I don't know if you guys have seen mansions before, but I don't think it looks like that. Also, strafing is very slow in this game.
What the?
Why? Hello?
Oh, Jesus. I look up, and I see man.
You just see... Ooh.
Great
Venerable,
man.
Venerable Bachelor, please be so kind as to linger for a minute. This conversation won't take too much of your time, especially since time stops during dialogues, at least during the important ones, and our dialogue is extremely important. You need to know how to play after all, don't you? Play? What are you talking about, Masked Man? I'm neither a gambler nor an actor. Of course you aren't. You're a living, breathing man, as is evident from your conditions and statuses. You experience hunger, thirst, and fatigue. You suffer from pain, wounds, and diseases. You're so lifelike. You have to eat, drink, sleep, and rest, and to make mistakes. The latter being the most definitive proof of my human nature, wouldn't you agree? If I may, I would like to point out just how important it is to keep an eye on your condition. If you get dizzy or unnaturally sluggish, do have it checked out. Vital processes tend to run faster during emergencies than everyday life. I knew a person who died of stress but was diagnosed with starvation. It happens. I can testify to that as a doctor. Need I remind a wise man like you of the fact that hunger is sated with food? Food can be found in shops, and shops can be found in ordinary houses that are marked with specific signs. Sleep, however, is more complicated. People only sleep in beds and only in private residences around here. I'm sorry, but that's just how our world is. Yes, the world is unjust. And quite silly, if you forgive me for saying so. Speaking of commerce, different shops sell similar items at different prices. Make sure you don't get cheated. People can be quite brazen around here. You can also barter with the folk out in the street. Some things may be nothing more than trinkets to you, but but others would be willing to part with their life's blood for them. Blood? Yes, blood. It's not my place to lecture you, but if following your Hippocratic oath, you ever consider easing someone else's pain? Feel free to just approach them with a suitable drug. You will see their pain receding before your very eyes. The sick fall asleep when they're close to recovery, don't they? Or when they're close to their ultimate rest. Still, helping the hopeless will grant you a good reputation. You will be seen as a benefactor willing to part with a precious sleeping draught or a painkiller for a simple bystander. Anything else? No, not yet. Show me the way to Simon's house? Sure. Turn left now. Then walk along the alley. You will see a cathedral and 3 mansions across Bridge Square. Simon lives in the one that is closest to the river. Thank you. Okay. Now... I didn't like how he turned to me so fast. Halt! I'm going to have to teach you about the technicalities of the setting, the time, and the place. It's not essential, but that's just how it is. The actor has to be prepared before he goes on stage, or else he'll fall down the aisle or stumble upon the prompt box. That would look mighty silly, wouldn't you agree? You're going to have to teach me? Aren't you forgetting your manners? Or... No, we're patient. Speak. I'm listening. Time flies by. It can't be stopped or turned back. Nights follow days, which are then followed by nights. Things happen without any regard for whether they're... Mother, you spooked me. I was... Anyway. Time flies... blah, blah, blah. Things can happen without any regard for whether you're there to witness them. Don't expect anyone to wait for you. Most events can be missed. And so it makes sense for you to visit the places that you care about regularly. You'll find the people that will play major roles in your fate there. They stand out from the common folk. The rest are just a crowd shot, a background, a bunch of extras. Indeed, still, it's best to avoid hasty judgment. It's a paradox, you see. Don't try to care too much for the lives of these bound-to-stand-out people, and don't be too dismissive of the silent crowd. Both extremes will end in tragedy. Why is that? This world cares for your reputation, a fine and crucial instrument. Your reputation changes the world you see, for it is a mirror, wouldn't you agree? And so a bad reputation can get you into a lot of trouble. For example, oh, need I describe? You've got a vivid imagination. Everything changes from mystical aspects to mundane things like the people you need treating you badly. How many enemies you've got, or how many enemies you've got, how high the prices rise, how bad your dreams are, lots of things. A sorry prospects. So how do I maintain my reputation? Really? How is that even a question? Same as anywhere. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not betray, do not steal, do not covet, do not be an asshole, do not get caught. The rules are the same everywhere. Truly selfless deed like risking something for thy neighbor, or even a person who lives quite far away, can help in a dire situation. You see? Really? Good for you then. As for me, I can't see anything in this mask. I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, don't get too worked up about human lives, and don't put too much stock into another's words. Mine included. He who trusts everyone is asking to be deceived. Definitely.
Oh, jeez, Foreman.
Yet he who trusts no one is deluded. I know that from experience. Ha! That means that I've met some bad people in my life, and also... Were these the people causing a ruckus in the yard? Oh, I think it was... No, I think it was them. Oh!
It's Crab Man.
We got the Crab Man and Slap. Crab Man.
Oi, what's happening, lads?
Having a squad about to fire.
I really don't want to talk to them.
Wait, alright. Heals to the sky, Western Spy. Heals to the ground, Comrade found. Beans, he's already up.
What do you want? What do you want? This ain't your business. What is this creature? In a dunk, duh! I swear them cattle breeders look like crude and unshapely and unfinished, don't you know? Wherever you came from, and wherever you came from, an intruder, huh? It's you who are intruding. Go away! Don't you see he's sick? He's a runaway, this old dung. Hide him all night long, and they march across the oh my god, I can't. The ribbon? No. Or else he dies.
Yeah.
Give him a break, will ya? He ain't gonna bite your head off. Be on your way. And watch out too. You don't need no witnesses. Can do some killing if we must. I'll show you some killing, you savage. Wait. No. If I know that this is some brutal game, that's gonna kill me, isn't it?
Oh boy, storm now.
Well, she's a Bruin.
Do I even risk it?
No. Actually, yeah, send it.
Sender!
Alright, yeah, this is early enough into a run. That was
I
quick.
heard a schmack. Can you not fight back? Oh no.
Oh,
The ape man's
no!
following.
I didn't mean to...
The ape man followed.
Wait a minute. How do I fight?
Run those hands! Run those hands!
Controls? Attack? Left mouse button? Yeah. Do I have to, like... Oh. Now I show my hands. Punch! That's slow. Ow.
Run those
She's a
hands.
Bruin.
Bam!
Saying run those hands is pretty funny.
Ow. I got him.
Ape man falls and only left is Slav.
Come on. Oh. That was a good hit.
Rip. Oh. I really don't like that guy. One dude with the beak is kinda... Not gonna lie, bit weird, champ.
And that's it?
So if you die, you lose.
So, it's all about trickery to you?
Oh, that's boring.
Wherever have you come from?
No. I detest
can't skip it at all.
trickery. But if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied.
Alright.
Daniil Dankovsky, a
So
bachelor of medicine.
I feel like we're gonna be doing this a lot. I hope not, but I feel like that's what is going to happen. Okay.
She is a Bruin.
Okay. So now all I gotta do is...
Whoa, it's storming.
So just come down here.
I had a feeling you would come.
No, I heard nothing. Why do you think they... Oh god, take books. Simon is a sorcerer. Yes, millions have died.
Sammy can join, by the way.
Okay.
One. Advice. Okay, I'll come back. Alright. For real this time.
Hey.
No, not that. Okay.
Carter says lost connection.
How?
How?
I think you should restart your game then.
Wait, what the? What was the button that I was... E? Plague find V? Ah. Inventory. I? Ugh.
I is your inventory. Ew.
Is real. Oh god. Oh, shit. Okay, so that's gonna be that one.
Holy cow.
Holy cow moly.
Alright. Alright. So, wait, do I even talk to the guys in the back, or do I just go straight to Simon?
I think you go straight.
Alright.
It's a full send
They might
deal.
drop something.
What?
They might drop something. That's useful, but
Let's
other than that.
let's talk to this dude. Good morals and luck are great help in managing a small community without resorting to violence. Speaking of resorting to violence.
Speaking of resorting to violence,
Pop.
Excuse me, young man, you look like you haven't had your face pounded in for a good couple of years. Okay.
ow, that really hurt punching my hand.
Kurt,
What?
just connecting the cuspin. That's it.
Unfortunate.
There are 3 different responses
inviting
that I can
me.
give, and I don't really like any of them. There's what do you
So-
mean?
but-
No, it's pie in the sky.
It's pie in
And
the
then
sky,
there's-
baby.
And then sorry, comma. I can't help feasting my eyes out on your outfit. Who was the Mad Tailor?
Alright, yep, there we go. Matt Taylor. Oh. He's gone.
He didn't like that.
He didn't like that one bit.
Let's see if I can b-hop. Nope. Oh my god. You can.
Uh-oh.
I hate how you can't strafe in this game. What's your story? Good.
Is that tailor made?
I like our town. We're all one big family, but sometimes I get the feeling that we're all controlled by an unseen power. Our actions but fiction. You are lucky? Or it's quite possible. It's quite
Yeah,
possible.
lucky man.
Ah, lucky boy, getting controlled by the middle class. Is that where I am? And that's where I need to be. Okay, so I passed it. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to be hopping. Oh, I can just enter people's houses? That's cool.
Sam, why are you such an agent of chaos? I saw what you did to my moat.
I'm drinking.
What happened
yeah?
to the moat?
Oh, he drained it once more.
I did not.
How'd you drain that whole thing?
Tell me what you want. and I
How?
will
It's
tell
just
you
connected
who
to the
you
cuspin.
are.
I restarted my computer.
Well, I wonder why. Man,
Oh, hey, it's Georgie! Most venerable doctor! It is with great impatience that we have been expecting you. You need not delve into the
it's old Georgie.
minutiae of your business with us, since our family is well acquainted with your scholarly work. We are also quite aware of the difficulties you are experiencing and well prepared to do our utmost to support you. It hurts me all the more to be the one to inform you that Simon, my consanguineous okay. I was gonna pronounce the U a lot more than I should have. My consanguineous brother, the creator, Tyler? Simon, the creator?
God.
Question mark? Keeper and embodiment of all that surround us, has been murdered. I cannot believe it. It cannot be.
How? Dude,
Who did it? That is what we want to find out, with your help, Bachelor Dankovsky.
You gotta find out his previous, like his younger life, and so. When I was a young boy, I smuggled drugs into the glorious country of our Starska. I was picked up.
My brother was murdered last night, under the strangest of circumstances. But, for all the mystery surrounding his death, I'd rather eschew the notion that his departure was connected with whoever had visited Simon that evening. The visitor is a man of laudable rectitude, and an old friend of our family. There are no witnesses to testify that he and Simon did nothing but converse.
Sounds like the KGB to me. They find out he was still smuggling drugs.
Has it occurred to you that your brother could have died a natural death? It won't be easy for you to accept it as fact, but as fact is not a subject to debate. My brother could under no circumstances have died a natural death. Are you implying you can prove that? I'd rather not waste our time explaining the entire situation to you, even if it helps me substantiate the claims you are justified to see as extraordinary. My dear doctor, I cannot imagine what kind of infernal aptitude the killer of Simon Kane must have. But Simon could not have died a natural death, so murder is the only feasible explanation. I do not doubt that your brother could fight death like no other, but there was not and could not be an immortal man. The physiological paradox is obvious, I grant you, and I'm not going to try persuading you otherwise. I'm not a strong player in the field of academic debate, but I repeat, under no circumstances could my brother die a natural death. Immortality is the greatest secret humanity is forbidden to possess. Still, my brother managed to break the seal that locked it away from everyone else. How? I will tell you who my brother was, and who he has become, if you find his murderer. For now, let me bring up the fact that Simon lived 157 years without being susceptible to any kind of disease. No influenza, no pneumonia, no hemorrhage, no organ failures, or no malignant growths that have ever plagued him.
No ligma.
You're so funny, Carter!
Oh, yeah? Yeah?
Yes, I believe in that. I came here to witness the possibility of such a phenomenon. But immortality? Isidore has done more than he thinks. I have a lingering feeling that time itself is using uncontestable powers to fail us. I'm no fatalist. If I'm going to be honest, I don't know what a fatalist is, but I like this wordy response. It could be that my mind is clouded by sorrow, but I cannot escape the feeling that your arrival was no coincidence. Your choice was made for you. My dear doctor. Let us not blame fate for it. Isidore wrote to you without making us aware. He took a risk that could have displeased our family. Really? Why do you speak the word fate with such disgust? I prefer the word time, in a fatalistic sense of the notion, of course. So Simon wasn't aware I would come? Even though we were uncertain of when you would arrive, my brother was looking forward to meeting you. The tragedy may have been a consequence of the actions he took in preparation for your arrival. Someone has taken a powerful piece from the chessboard, a piece upon which your position here depended. It is doubly regrettable that Simon was playing on your side. So you presume the queen knew of the blow and sacrificed itself for a pawn? But why?
Not just any pawn, a rook.
What do you mean, not just any pawn? A pawn is a pawn, numbnuts.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Well,
Unless you get it all the way to the other side of the board, but then why would you turn it into a rook when you can turn it into a queen? What a dumb.
queen.
My sincerest... But why? To grant victory over death? Was it not your ultimate aspiration? To help you, Simon seems to have played a... What?
Why there thunder?
Thunder.
Thunder! Oh, wow! I'm sorry.
They really do. Thunder.
Nate is narrating his game and he's streaming. Just to put that
So
out
if I
there.
said one word,
Yep.
Yeah, you could probably make a lot of people upset. Or actually, I don't know how many people. Let's
where are you
see.
streaming it to? Where are you on Twitch?
No,
It's on YouTube. They didn't want to do Twitch.
Send me
Yep.
the link.
it's yeah.
Send me the link.
No, dude, just look up.
Huh?
There's no one else that has my name, at least that I'm aware of.
What's your name on YouTube?
Why Astro Swag, of course. Simon seems to have played a very dangerous game with fate itself. He went out of his way to provide you with a body of evidence.
You should change your name to Astro Wagi. Oh, I found it.
Looks like we found.
Jacob, you're a comedy genius. I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, but I just pissed myself laughing at what you just said to me.
Get a little of this piss boy.
Dude, I bet you if I fix my, hold on, you guys could probably really hear it. It's got thunder.
Dude, you realize I live like 2 minutes away from you, right?
Everyone
If
can
no
hear
You
thunder.
live 10 minutes away from me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I do.
He took another leap for the stars and paid a terrible price for it. I repeat, he was murdered. The subject of importance here is the identity of the murderer. Everything has gone to rack and ruin. I wish I could take vengeance upon the person who ripped the life from this man. Do you want to help us, Doctor? Find the murderer for us. My brother Victor, who is in the wing next door, would share some of his thoughts on the matter. Help us, and the reward will not disappoint you. Indeed, there are too many coincidences. Your brother's murder can just as well be called the murder of Bachelor Dankovsky. I will help you in every way I can. I need some time to get my act together. I suspect you are not aware that these developments render my whole life work null and void. Oh shit. What a... I am convinced that if there is anyone at all that can help us solve this puzzle, then it is you. This mission calls for someone as astute and attentive as yourself. If Isidore was an instrument of fate, then Simon's murder is a message that fate intended for you personally. Do not think I am inclined to blame you for that. I am not. So, how do you plan to look for the murderer? We will take our own measures. The only thing I expect from you is to be yourself. Do only what you think is required. Whatever you find out, whatever you do, whatever your day turns into, everything is a clue to the solution of this puzzle. I repeat, everything that is happening here is happening on your account. Fine. I'm fine with this course of action. Okay.
I'm fine.
Simon is dead. His brother Georgie is preparing to take the empty throne of the clan's leader. The Canes are obsessed with the idea of finding the murderer. They don't seem to be driven by rancor, but rather by the desire to uncover a mystery. This is where Victor... What do the handprints mean?
The handprints? Maybe quests.
Then what are the
Or-
circles?
Side quests. Or it could be vice versa. I don't know.
Yeah, and... Okay, so... Wait a minute. What did I... No, we're gonna put that away. Oh, okay.
That was. Big
I heard it
thunder.
through someone's.
Yep, through mine. Big thunder.
Where are they? You guys hear that thunder? My power went out for a second.
How does your power always go out?
I don't know.
It's like only yours. I mean, Sam once, but like.
Well, and mine doesn't go out for like over like 20 seconds or whatever. 'Cause we have a
Yeah.
backup generator. But like no one else does except for the people on my side of the road. So it's pretty hilarious. You can see the men of poverty.
Should I
You
go
can see
to...
the lights
And that's
off.
all I'll say about that. The cool guys.
Yeah, they're real cool, eh?
Should I go to
Yeah,
Victor or Maria?
I like Victor more.
Carter, do you want
What?
us to try maybe? Does that help?
Maybe. Jacob, I'm qualified good at speedrunning Katana Zero now because I got the gold medal speedrun
So you're qualified good by whom?
Steam.
by the game in Steam.
By an achievement?
Yeah,
Hello, Vicky.
I fear that Simon's death is a symbolic
it
event.
does look a Vixter.
The famous Dr. Denkovsky. Your arrival is a great honor for us. Victor Kane at your service. Danil Denkovsky at yours. I foresee that things have become ordinary for it, or that I foresee that the things that have become ordinary for us will probably make you feel uncomfortable and disturbed. I would like to compensate for that impression. You know, our small community has fallen out of the loop. Time leaves us behind. What do you mean? I mean the traditions. Games that we play with passion will most likely be of no interest to you. The people you meet here may seem eccentric, naive, or even somewhat deranged. Please, take it easy on us. Don't judge us too strictly. I will do my best not to
That
disappoint
does it.
you.
I'm going to break soon.
How can I
That
help
does it.
you?
I'm going fishing.
That's it.
Fishing.
I'm going fishing. Georgie has told me everything, which is to say, he told me very little, but it was enough to astound me. He maintains that you can provide a more detailed account. So you have agreed to help us? Sure. May I ask why? The killer's goals seem to align astonishingly well with the goals of those who've been waging war against my work for years. We share a tragedy.
Carter, just try starting it. Unless
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
no,
Exactly.
I know.
need to on the one that robbed
Just-
me in my work of the future. I want to solve a puzzle. I even like having so little information. It's a challenge to my intellect. So that's not a good answer. This dude's brother died, and I'm all like, dude, don't worry. I'm gonna find this murderer. It's gonna be a blast. We share a tragedy. I would seem unprepared to answer any questions you may have. When was Simon last seen? He sent Isidore home. Then an hour later he came to this hall to see us.
Isidore.
He announced his plan to withdraw to the focus and receive no one. He told us not to approach the focus and to fast for a week, partaking of neither meat nor water. Then, in the morning, he was found dead. How was he found? Servants discovered him in the morning. The room had been ransacked. Everything that was breakable had been broken. His disfigured, contorted body bore signs of terrible suffering. His neck was twisted, his spine broken, I think. No one has touched the body. It is currently inside the focus and will remain there for the prescribed amount of time. Okay, so it sounds like it was definitely not a natural death.
Nope.
Do you suspect... Or, do you suspect anyone? No. All I know is that Isidore was with him that evening. No one can enter the focus against Simon's will. Well, perhaps a higher being could, but no one else. Oh! I love how I can either ask, oh, maybe could someone be waiting there? Or I could be like, oh, you think an angel of death came in the house? Oh, okay, that's cool. I think being a doctor, I'm gonna stick to the not the boots on the ground approach. What am I talking about? The non-religious, rather. No, you have no concept of what the focus is. Entering it is like entering someone else's mind, or a drawn picture, if you will. It's impossible. Well, Simon did somehow, didn't he? He could perform far more impressive feats. There's a reason why the whole town revered him. What a question. Tell me honestly, dear Victor, did Simon exist at all?
We truly live in a
Of course, stop.
society.
Stop.
Sam, I didn't even open the
Help you.
thing.
Just take a look around. Trust your intuition. Do whatever you like. Speak to whoever you feel you need to. Look for the murderer, doctor. And you will find them. Keep looking till the last breath. I am sure your rational thinking will help you. So, Isidore is the only lead. How can I find... I want to ask both of these questions! For several days, she's been obsessed with some design that is somehow related to your arrival. Yes, don't be surprised. She knew beforehand that you were coming. I'm not surprised. Really, that's good. Anyway, Maria believes that several bound people will play a special role in your fate. Before you leave this place, of course. Perhaps it is them you should ask for help first? First, I'll seek help from my dear colleague, Isidore Barak. Where does he live? I'll show you, but you must be careful. Simon's murderer, whoever they are, could not be an ordinary person. I can't imagine them even being a person.
Whoa. Yeah, that's right. Time I went up too.
Oh! And it was just in my house, too. Alright.
We're gonna die.
Anyway. I don't know why I'm so tired. I'll show you, but you must be careful, Simon Barbarella. I fear it could only be fate, wearing the guise of a mysterious monster. I don't believe in fate. Okay, so I think the little circly dudes.
While I was gone, did anyone hear through the mic?
Yeah.
Dude, that was like right outside, and I was in the garage where there's like no like soundproofing. Hey,
Wait, what happened?
The big lightning.
big thunder, big
Heard the lightning. Big brain. Terraria?
Yeah, I'm already.
I'm trying, but my game is broke.
Okay, so I think
Also, I can just join Jacob.
the red hands are people or like events that are observed to be happening in the world, where circles are like, hey,
You watching? Actually, I can't say that. Never mind. Continue.
what?
I was going to talk about movie night, but that's it's not good activity.
It's a very personal matter, and I hope you understand that.
All right, Monkey's drawn up.
Nice
I have another
painting.
Ivy Pro. I'm ready in.
How?
I'm trying to join Jacob.
Is this
Maybe that'll help.
Maria?
Did you see?
Why is this red right here?
Oh, yes.
On your way here?
Someone put boosters, I think.
What?
Why can't I join Jacob and not Carson?
So yeah, that doesn't work. I have to join. Well, right now I could join that party, but usually I can't.
Yeah, whoever put
Yeah, see.
boosters here is
An adventurer rather than a doctor.
So whoever want to do fish round. Oh, there's another one. There's a couple of them.
Okay.
Hey, what's the plan, Stan?
Appearance is gonna be deceiving.
Oh, I'm gonna do fishing quests. Do we have every person yet, or you still need to wait for the party girl?
Santa is now gone, so I changed my date back.
What?
Santa
We
is
just-
now gone.
We can wait here until the party girl comes in.
What else did you see in that dream? I'll tell you when
You're
I
the party
think
girl?
I can trust you.
I don't think so.
I hope that happens soon.
Where's the fish?
That's what all you, that's what Sims can say. I'm gonna straight up spit in her face. I'm gonna call her an arrogant girl. Oops.
The Saburovs' wait is over. They've always wanted an heir.
Okay, we already did it.
What the?
Really?
Yeah.
Now listen closely. The time
You
for
should have your
delusion,
achievement.
secrets,
You're
and
in the
I already
ship.
analysis
had
has
it
come.
before.
I'm going to ask
Sorry.
something of you.
We did
I'm not used to that.
It was super easy.
I'm used to holding the reins, but you are not. But you are not harnessed, so it would be unacceptable to address you in this manner. I find solace in the fact that my request will be welcome with you. It fits the style of the adventure. I'm not an adventurer.
Yeah.
My job is no venture. I hope you never become.
I need a blood moon.
Yes, you better be polite. I don't take kindly to orders. I am a creature of liberty. I don't like either of these.
I am a creature.
I am a creature of liberty.
It makes you sound like a gremlin or a goblin.
I
I am
apologize.
what a
My words come across as mangled and silly. I am truly not used to asking, but the nature of my request demands complete and selfish humility. Just imagine me begging and kneeling, and believe me, I do feel that way. I'd kneel myself before a lady as charming as you. I'm gonna flirt with Mary.
Awooga.
Today's death was the first, but it won't be the last. Simon has opened the score of irreplaceable victims. Soon their number will multiply. I beg you to preserve the lives of several people when the lines of their fortune cross yours. Before any of them dies, there will be a moment when you will be able to intervene. I know that for a fact. Who are these people? That doesn't matter. What was destined to happen will happen. You can be whatever you want to be, but not a coward choosing to hear no evil and run away from reality. I will give you a list of those I know of. These people are bound to you. What? What are you... Bound? Or what in the world is going on here? Are you trying to flirt with me?
Oh yes.
Bound? There's a tight spring of power within each of these people. Each of them can break the routine of human existence and become something greater. They are standing on the verge of their humanity, gazing into the realm where they could serve a different, higher purpose, without even knowing it. Moreover, they are bound to make the leap in one way or another. That's why we call them simply the Bound.
Whoa.
Uh-oh, we might be getting some thunder.
Carter, did you see that? Cousin?
What? The thunder?
That was
There
like
was-
right outside my house.
Yeah, it took a little while to get to my side.
Yeah. Okay. But how is their fate bound to mine? Did you say my victory depended on them? How? I don't know. I'm not a mistress yet. The future is not as clear to me as I would prefer, but I can feel the present. I can already distinguish a dubious guess from the pulse of the precise knowledge devoid of words and images. These people are bound to you. Your lives are connected. I wouldn't have asked you to take care of them otherwise. Are you clairvoyant or something? Ah, yes. You haven't been told, have you? It didn't even cross my mind that someone may be unaware of my abilities. No one here dares stop them, for they are evident. Yes, the mistress of every ruling house possesses special abilities. I am learning to see the future and transform the present.
Ah.
This fact offers your words a different degree of authenticity. Forgive me, but I don't believe in this type of hunga no logungas. Will you comply with my request? Will you save the lives of the people I name to you? Answer me before going back to Eva. Alright. If it is truly within my power, I'll do my best to save their lives. I don't know what to say. I'll do my best to save their lives, or it doesn't matter which lines of fortune cross, there will be no exceptions. I
Look
always
at
fall.
that smile. God, that smile looks straight out of like, God, like an SMF, like very like bad, poorly made one.
Okay, so... Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people to look out for. We got Eva, who's like, she's the one that owns the mansion. And then, of course, Maria, because why wouldn't she put herself on that list? Andrew, or Andre, and Peter Stamerton, and then the rest of the Canes. Alright. What the? Oh, I thought that was just bare nipple.
Jeez.
Oh. Hi, guys. There is something in particular we feel the urge to warn you about. When you speak to the bound, please choose your words carefully. Do not worry, you will easily be able to make out what kind of a person is standing before you, an observant man that you are. So use that skill when dealing with the bound. Some of them are indeed worth insulting, whereas others need to be treated with utmost respect. I have no idea what you're talking about. Every line you utter will have consequences. News spreads rapidly around here. If you spoil your reputation in one place, you'll have to reap what you have sown in another. Restore your good name in the south, and you'll receive a warmer welcome in the north. They will heed every word you say, and you'll be rewarded. Not by means of money, I hope. A handful of money. It's not a dialogue fee. Don't get me wrong. Never refuse to take small sums of money from the bound. That would not belittle you in any fashion, but would rather demonstrate that you appreciate the local customs. Alright, I'll keep those in mind. And now I get to talk to Weird Birdman.
I don't like that man.
He is very unsettling to just look
He'd be
at.
all like, like bird moth.
His name is Executor, so... The town is small and rather unexceptional, isn't it? But there are all kinds of people here, the simple folk and the more remarkable ones. The former will tell you more than they know. The latter know way more than they're ever going to let out. Keep a close eye on them. Your victory just depends on it. And who are these remarkable people? There are 20-something of them, easily distinguished by their lodgings or their present. They're called many names: the bound, the fated, the adherent, the Gobo's Tagler, the town circle. Some preferred their company to any other. Why? Because it is they that will decide the fate of this town. Don't be distracted by the fact that some of them look insignificant or disreputable. They will earn their worth. You just give them time. They're the most important joints of the town. Why are you telling me this?
Most interesting man in the world.
Each day, one of them will try death by the tooth. Each will put their life at risk, and each one that dies is important. Some of them may take the keys to victory to the grave. Mind that the keys are yours, while the grave is theirs. Others will do the opposite. Don't waste your chance to condemn someone who may get in your way. How do you know what is helpful and what gets in the way? Okay, alright. Dropping you more hints would be cheating. Shutting up now. Allow me to conclude then. Each bound you save will influence the finale of your adventure. Each of them has their own goals and motives. It may so happen that those who seek a different ending survive. And then, well, you've been warned. Okay. Alright, now. What?
What?
Okay, so we gotta go.
Check out
Ow.
All the way.
routine.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, is that water? Because if so, then I'm maybe screwed. Oh dear, that is the river. Why, hello there, young man. No, it's pie in the sky.
You heard the man. Find the sky.
That guy does not look like he's walking like a normal human. Let's see what's up with him.
Long day at the pub, am I right?
Oh, how ferocious Mother
Oh my
Nature
God.
is. For 'tis her wrath that has to be withstood, oh friend. If only I could wet my whistle, I'd gladly give you anything on earth in exchange for a gulp of chilly spring water. How about we barter? You'll have your water, and I'll have bandages. Why don't you drink from the river, then? Only lowly animals, dirty of image, drink from the river. Us proud men deserve to drink spring water. 'Tis brought here in barrels, but they're often empty. I'd get it from there, but I'm out of bottles. I drink straight out of the fountain, but I'm gonna faint. The air's too spicy. I'm barely walking as it is. So the local herbs are in bloom this time of year? I can just call this man an animal and drink from the river.
You lowly animal. Drink it.
They're not blooming, Professor. They're withering, and thence producing general languor. I think that's how you pronounce that. People fall dead without sleep like leaves from a branch. All because of the surplus of juices. Or maybe not. I'm not really a science guy. So you're a student? Oh no. I'm but a woeful wretch, Professor. A wretch that had suffered all too much. My condolences. Go drink that river water, bud. Or wait, no, don't. Don't drink the river water. Sorry. Man, anything I can do for you?
Carter, get here.
Where?
Home.
Why? Well, they just don't. It's not a people place. Someone has to work there, right? Some folk do. The steppe people, the butchers. That's way outside of our area of expertise, believe me. That was intriguing, my good man.
Carter, get home. Get here.
I'm getting here.
Alright, so.
Jeb?
Chip left. It truly do be a sad sight.
Uh-oh. I didn't mean to get myself in here.
Carter.
Right.
Who is this fine young lass?
Yeah.
My heart is crying for my poor children. How are my dearest doing? Is everything all right? Oh, women's share is hard. Would you kindly mend my clothes,
Oh,
dear? Gotta...
Nate, she's one real looker, I'll tell you that.
A looker in the fact that she's got a perfect... What do you call that? Parabola chin. Or no... I'm trying to think of what function that would be.
Parabola.
Everything will be fine. Okay. Now I am going to... Hello! Now that is a strange building. Alright, and just making sure that I am on the right track. Ah, this is the guy that couldn't breathe in this spice.
Nerd.
Carouser. How about we barter? Wait a minute. Is that... Price, 5. Okay. But... how do I work this? What? Oh, it's probably because I don't have any spring water. And also, I almost just walked in a very incorrect way. Hello, General Purpose Woman number 1. Hello, General Purpose Woman number 2. Oh, this is a new guy.
Cut, are we doing that tonight?
So here we are.
Sure.
Once again, no one's asking us. You gotta smoke? Who are you? Tell me about yourself. Me? Well, I'm a factory worker. The owner treats us like dirt, though. Well, I got me my own house. Otherwise, I would have been stuck in that husk with the rest of them. No going out. Not even to buy bread. You just sit there and gnaw at what you stockpiled beforehand. They're completely off their rocker. What are you talking about? The dormitory.
Off the rocker.
And why? For what sins? Did we not handle the workload well enough? That might be so, but still, what are we to do now? Home is best. Feels nice to have one. I can appreciate that. Moreover, living as a commune is warmer, yeah. Mutual support, team spirit, and all that. But when you've got one bite in 1,000 mouths, one gulp in 1,000 throats, support becomes irrelevant. They're starving and therefore getting weak. You don't seem to be starving here. We don't seem to be? How about you take off your big city goggles, eh? Just take a peek inside the dormitory, and you'll turn your nose up, or you'll turn your nose up at it in a split sec. That's where they seem to be starving, all right. The train is 2 weeks off schedule. Yeah, it works fine for them Providence squirrels. The rest are on their hunkers. So stocking up was the right choice. Good for them squirrels. Okay.
Goodbye.
Yeah. I like the architecture in this game. It's very cool.
Pointy.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So he's the house in back over there. Hmm? I hope those aren't real dogs that I'm gonna have to go up against in the future, because that just doesn't seem like it'd be a fun time. Okay, so this is his house. And there is no door.
Honkers.
So I can get around this side and... oh yeah, that's the house. A foul murder occurred here this night. No unauthorized access allowed. Inspecting the crime scene is strictly forbidden until further notice. Who was killed? Well, you're not a local, sir, so you're unlikely to understand the loss we've suffered. Isidore Barak, quite certain, a benefactor to us all, and what an all-around skilled doc, an outstanding man, beloved and well respected by us locals. Does it really always have to take the very best? What a foul time to live in.
Nate,
Ah,
Zach told me to check your stream chat. Or he told you. He told me to tell yeah.
oh. I would like to apologize to everybody that's been watching without me acknowledging that there's been anybody in chat. This is quite the pleasant surprise to me.
Hold on.
Shoot, I can't remember screen names though. I wish I could. I know, of course, Zach is Zach, and Haplo is. God damn it, Zach. Taco Bell menu, quesalupa combo. Okay. Anyway.
Nate, I'll watch your chat for you.
Yo, Carter, why you got big balls?
What do you want? What do you want?
Yeah.
I like how I opened up chat and I was like, oh, thanks for the people that have been talking in chat. I'm sorry I've been ignoring you. I didn't know you were there. And then, of course, you dropped the Taco Bell menu, quesalupa.
I know, they only allow 200 characters, which is kind of dumb. I wish I could put the whole Taco Bell menu in there.
Taco Bell menu, quesalupa. Whoever killed our only
Also,
dog.
What happened to literally everyone in this chat? Or in this server?
I don't know.
Gone fishing, Zach.
What?
Gone fishing.
Because, like, where's JJ?
He's doing his stuff.
No clue. No clue.
Oh, wait, hold on. We still have all the members. It's just, like, not showing up.
Maybe you can't see the other members.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, is it because we're in this chat? I guarantee.
Yeah.
It is not because of that.
Well, looks like we got ourselves a mad cause bad situation. Taco Bell menu quesalupa combo. $4.99 Rockstar punched freeze.
Okay.
$2.49 was.
Now, this is
Oh, here we go.
strange.
Oh, hey, Carter, I'm gonna send this in the pond.
Oh no. Is it another milk?
No.
Tier Neptune.
Okay. Okay, so I think I linked people to the wrong stream. That's not great, but at least we got a couple people here right now. Okay.
Zach, I saw.
You like it?
I saw that. I didn't even have to read or look at the thing.
Isidore could cure anything. He also knew how to make cuts or incisions.
Oh,
'cause
can I
he was
get
a
an
warden.
AK?
He knew his lines all right. Like I said, it all makes sense. Whoever killed Simon took Isidore's life too. And this is merely the beginning. But only the beginning. What makes you so sure? See, this murderous deal is all mysterious. There was a talon stuck in the victim's chest. Go ahead, bend your arm at the elbow, good sir. Yeah, like that. There you go. That's how long it was. It broke off. There was dust on the floor. For the deceased had been a renowned stepwalker. Sorry. And the dust was all covered in hoof steps and like traces of sharp bone, I guess? As if someone was using a walking stick around there. I'm telling you, it's her. The Shabnakadir. The clay man-eater. I want to inspect the building. We've been assigned to this post by Alexander, that of Saburov family. His house is in decline right now, but it's still powerful and very much respected. For it is they that's been responsible for maintaining worldly order and public safety in the town since olden days. Please kindly address your concerns to him. There's their rod. You just take get to the case. As for me, I'm not authorized to let you in. You should have said so from the start. This is where... Oh. Alright. Uh-oh. That's not good. Yeah, I got time.
Oh yeah?
I'm running out of time.
Oh.
Barking at the mailman.
What the heck?
What's happening here?
Halt this movement.
Oh, Carl, where are you gonna go from there?
Oh.
There was no...
What are you trying to catch?
It's Monkey Girl again.
Oh, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, what have you done? How is it? That was no Shabnak. That was a girl.
Carl, what are you trying to...
A living girl. You'll find yourself in her place as soon as today. What about you?
Ooh, yes.
But in the fire she is not to burn, for she is made of clay. Wrong. All wrong. Harden she must, and fall apart. Murderers! Stop!
Carl, what's the drop? Who is it?
What have you done, you dimwits? Smells like burning flesh, huh? A mistake then. Gotta keep looking. Come on, fellas. Let's find the bitch. Haven't combed the backbone yet. Where's the patrol? Have you murdered them too?
Oh.
Okay, so... Oh.
Simon needs spooky wood.
Huh, I'm sorry.
Is it a drop or do you craft it?
Oh.
It's a drop from like the Splinter Dudes.
Okay.
What?
From the Splinter Dudes and Scarecrows, you get wood, I think.
So...
Do we craft it with wood?
No, Sam, we get wood from them.
I know, is that the drop?
Fact, there are dogs that are not having a good time.
Sam, I'm getting 4K.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, okay. The way the fence is laid out is kind of weird. What's your story, big man? Anything I can do for you? What's the termitary to massive?
Too easy.
Let's see. Okay. Wait. Wrong way. Wrong way. I'm going complete wrong way. Wait, nope, that's back in the thing. Okay. Okay, so I can cut between these houses and go around one more. And that's the building that I should be going for. Okay. Hello? Oh, hi.
They say hitting hard is a good enough start.
Fair enough. So, everything okay over there? So, I finally get to see you. Yes, you really do look like a messenger of sorrowful times. In any case, welcome to the Rod. Our meeting is quite significant in a way. Facing the changes with open eyes and taking their first blow is my duty. Do you think we're on the verge of an especially unhappy era? No grim events have clouded our existence since last summer. The country is
Carter, there's
cursed by
7
its war
pumpkins.
wounds. Commercial communications have been repaired. Astrologists expect nothing ill. Do you hold astrologists' opinion in high regard?
7, Carter.
Sometimes I have to. Sometimes I have to.
Here they come.
I'm a ruler. Astrology can be very curious, but I cannot allow it to influence my decisions. I have to act according to factual circumstances. Would you agree? Definitely.
This Haruspex is trying to prove his innocence. It's a no-go.
So you've come to meet with Simon, haven't you? What can I do for you now? I was actually invited by Isidore, so I came to meet with him first and foremost, but now it turns out that those are volunteer patrolmen. We usually keep around 20 of them, but I've increased the number recently to 150 or so. Wait, why do you need so many? There's unrest in the cemetery. If I weren't certain that Isidore has been murdered by his son, I would even consider the crime to be politically motivated. Isidore was preparing to take over the kin and become its leader, at least according to the information I have. What is the kin? The steppe people who work in the abattoir, many of the factory workmen, an ignorant patriarchal pile that hasn't changed much since the Stone Age. They look human enough, but if you look closer, they're just beasts. Believe me when I'm telling you that I am not snobbish in the slightest, but there's good reason to call them that. Yes, Isidore has always had the air of a person untouched by civilization. Goodness. Uh-oh. Goodness, Isidore was an educated modern man compared to them. They revered him, too. He got to know modern knowledge, but never left his people. A complicated man. May he rest in peace. Yes, I'm sorry about Isidore. I don't think you're aware of the fact that Isidore came to me last night, just after he had returned. Stop screaming! Oh my god. Just after he had returned and warned me that there were some ominous events ahead of us. I took that as an unofficial warning about his upcoming takeover. So you took measures. Evidently. I've mobilized the patrols. I see what you're implying, Bachelor. But I'm not insane. Engineering Isidore's murder? As a matter of fact, a strong, independent kin under Isidore's rule would have been way more useful to me. Really? Because that would weaken the power of oh my god, there's something wrong with me. Anyway, Vladislav Olginsky.
Alright, not to interrupt anything, but chaos ensued in my house.
I heard something in the background that was vaguely related to flush.
It's not even worth
The
anymore.
entirety of the children of this family are freaking about because someone keeps plugging in the toilet and not admitting to it.
Doesn't anybody know how to flush the toilet after they've had a shot?
It's not a matter of them not flushing, it's a matter of them completely plugging the toilet.
How do you do that? Without willpower.
No, I can't stand
Sheer
it much
willpower.
longer.
Do you see
Clear
how
'em
many?
out. Oh no, there's more.
It's
Do you
actually
see how many
invited
of
by
them there are,
Isidore.
Sam?
Yeah, I see.
We're on wave 15 and we have 2,400
Can I do
points
for
on the
you,
pumpkin moon. There's about 1 million of
Page faces. Look, I haven't been there myself. Quite content with interrogating suspects, especially since we already know who we're after.
killed.
You can join the hunt, by the way. I can describe his features.
Yeah, you spawn and immediately die.
There is absolutely no need. What? No, I want
What
to
has
get
this
in.
town turned into?
You did it,
Truly,
Sam. You made it out.
Contradict.
Alright, they finally are leaving.
You're like,
Nope, they're on
The
my
fellow
corpse,
came
Sam.
back after being away for quite a while. His father had sent him to study
for
surgery.
long.
He was but good.
Sam.
But quite a lot he has learned, huh? A
Oh,
wandering
now
scholar turned evil to the bone.
oh, the necromantic
All
scroll
of that
card.
just to grab the inheritance.
I had a bunch of those.
How did you figure that out? I believe there's such a thing as clairvoyance, bachelor? No. You should get to know my wife then. Or better yet, those who have already had opportunities to witness the power of her prophecies. Former doubters, first and foremost. Rationalists. She's got something to say to you. To you too, by the way. Not specifically so, but it all adds up. And the circumstances of Simon's death make you wonder too. Isidore's son arrived here last night. The timing speaks against him. It even matches the time it takes to get from the Crucible to Isidore's house.
Card, look in this chest.
I already have. Sam, I have 4. I can make one
There are
more
very few good
when.
analysts in town. Everyone is more or less superstitious here.
I
Except for
cursed
one.
saplings.
Yulia Lyaricheva,
Spooky
perhaps.
twigs.
The most level-headed and reasonable person. The only person who maintain skeptical
A bat scepter.
about Katerina's talents too. Without a shadow of a doubt, she has her own picture of it. She always does. Exactly the person I need.
You put the freaking druid or what? Potion dude. Sam,
Alright.
how many more wood do you have?
I put it in the chest. Come here.
Why?
This one on the bottom left.
Everything will be fine. That was not a good idea. I could have. So it's gonna be over there then, yeah. Okay. I have gone too far. Wait, no. That's the inventory. Clothes. Like clothes, maybe. Okay. Alright, let's see what this Yulia character is all about. Aloha.
I'm afraid it's natural. Simon was doomed.
I seem to have lost any capacity for observation. My mind is out of tune. Things no longer add up. Before, I had no trouble of forming a trustworthy tessellation out of the most imperceptible contingencies. Now, I simply cannot get my head around it. Could it be that I am dying? It happens when people are tired. You probably haven't slept for a while, have you? No. Urban.
Kuro, what are you doing?
Tafrine is in blossom, I grant you, but then it blooms every year. Every year the steppe is filled with its stupefying vapors. The issue I'm having, however, has nothing to do with fatigue or perplexity. It's just that I've lost my ability to make distinctive events coincide. What is that? No matter what preternatural traits the locals ascribe to it. Ha! I found a typo in your game, Ice Pick. The devs. That wasn't as funny. It's only 8:30, dude. How I have no right to be this tired. Anyway, ascribe to it. Twilight is all heady aroma, a bunch of superstitions, and remarkably little else. It has psychoactive properties after a fashion, but then so does simple wormwood. Visions caused by ingestion of belladonna or Jimson weed are much more fascinating than what Dwyer has to offer. It's a pity I'm not a botanist.
What?
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 So you have traveled all the way here only to find that both people you wanted to see were brutally murdered? Is this how the story goes? I do hope that your visit is not in any way related to these most unfortunate circumstances. I have to find whoever it is that killed Isidore and Simon, and I wanted to ask for your help. Savarov told me you have a gift for all manner of investigative inquiry. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm certainly no better investigator than you. I never had a chance to search for a murderer before. The best I can offer is to fill in the blanks with whatever mysterious supernatural entities might seem most fitting. Shabna Kadir is the simple man scarecrow. I would have followed a different narrative. What kind of narrative? Consider the circumstances of his death. They said Simon had locked himself up in the evening and consequently died in the morning inside the mansion in a chamber with some peculiar name. What's that? What's that word? The one you just said. Shabnakadir, you mean? The steppe demonology describes it as a kind of golem, belched up by the earth to punish all manner of delinquency. Is shaped as a young woman, but made of clay and exhumed bone matter. An unnerving concept, is it not? I've always suspected that primitive worldviews still exist in the remote corners of our country, but I couldn't imagine they would be so active. I knew you would be exasperated by this discussion. Sacrifices, bovine tails, handfuls of milk teeth. Bovine. You may forgive this to children and steppe people, yet having the same notions reiterated by someone surrounded by books on natural history, this must be quite vexing. How would you explain this? The answer is bound to irritate you even more. The tales are true. Bah! You're joking, of course. I do hyperbolize a little. It is beyond debate that Shab Makadir exists. What is dubious, though, is that bovine tails and milk teeth offer genuine protection from her, which is to say, sympathetic contrivances like this. Contrivances? Damn it, there's so many big words I don't know. Like this, maybe.
Big words, too much.
Maybe of some use to children and people from the steppe, but are explicitly inefficacious for someone like you and me. We are too literate, too deprived of this scripture codified in ancient soil. So, am I supposed to write off a bad harvest as a sign that the steppe spirits are angry now? We have no choice but to acknowledge the rules are enforced by the steppe. We tried to ignore these rules, to place ourselves into the framework of advanced modernity, to no avail. You can call these demons what you want. You may refer to the hair eater as time, if this will make you any happier. I am comfortable with a more juvenile vernacular. It is what I am used to. I will find a rational explanation for the crimes of this man-eater by the evening, if you help me, of course. You are repeating something that Isidore once told me almost word for word. By the way, I find his murder far more infuriating than Simon. Why do you need to have an opinion on that? In this case, I would suggest that Simon was poisoned by the Canes. I would have thought. By the Canes, I would have thought. But I know their family all too well. Their mutual loyalty is only rivaled by their arrogance towards anyone who is not one of them. They hold the princely sage who stands at the head of their family in the highest esteem. They believe that a single dishonorable act will tarnish their name for generations to come. I doubt any of them would have stooped to this, no matter whether they wanted to or not. Poison? How'd you get there? I don't believe you understand what he died in focus really implies. Do you know what the Canes refer to as focus? You don't seem to grasp the semantics of the term. These are the Canes for you. These kinds of innuendos are their forte. What is this focus, then? The focus is anything but an abstraction. Quite the opposite, in fact. It is governed by the mathematically rigid regularities, you see. No one but the owner of a focus may get inside. This can only mean that Simon had brought the killer with him, or rather, within him, since no physical object may be brought into focus either. How do you know that? Who doesn't? Canes are notoriously passionate about all manner of synthetic anomalies. They will never pass. They will never pass up the opportunity to devise a constic. Huh?
I thought you said this was supposed to be a horror game.
Well, it's supposed to have horror themes, but it's not like it's not supposed to be super scary. It's just supposed to. You wanted it.
I wanted to see Nate scared.
If you get me a scary game, I will play it.
FNAF.
If you get it, I'll play it. No matter what it is, I'll force myself to play it.
Challenge accepted.
To note that the name is not unfair. They will never pass up the opportunity to devise challenge physics or manipulate optics. Metaphysically, a focus can be compared to a camera obscura. Do note that the name is not unfitting. No, it is entirely impossible for someone to get inside. A curious conclusion, but an incorrect one. Simon was disfigured and bleeding. His bones were broken. You're also not allowed to eat or drink, but that makes one suspect. Foul play in regard to Isidore's death. He had been stabbed, after all. His bones were broken. Is that so? This does introduce a different perspective. Did you say Isidore was the last person to see Simon? The question is, who did he see before? The sun had not yet set when Isidore returned from the steppe. However, he came to Simon well after midnight. The question naturally arises, where did he spend the missing few hours? That is what I'm trying to trace. That is why I'm trying to trace Isidore's steps. I want to walk the same route. Don't get me wrong, though. Was Isidore seen with Saburov by any chance? I don't know. But Saburov interpreted his coming as an omen of an upcoming unrest among the workers. Alright, let me suggest then that while he was in the steppe, he saw or learned something that he wanted to report to all three ruling families. In this case, either of the Olgimsky family should have been on his itinerary, especially since Barack was one of their own men. Really?
Barack.
I don't know how was Steve...
Obama was one of them.
Definitely. The Bull Project, from the abattoir to the railway, is controlled by the Olgimsky family. If Isidore's discovery had anything at all to do with the kin, Isidore would have certainly relayed that to Vlad. So do make sure to pay a visit to the lump. That's the name of the Olgimsky mansion. Another fitting name, wouldn't you agree? Thank you, Yulia. What would I do without you? So this is the lump.
The lump. Yeah, we're not ready to do so.
Alright. How long have I been going?
Streaming?
Yeah.
About 2 hours.
Alright. Let's make a trip on down to Alright. Let's see. Alright. Right? And then once I hit the fence, okay. Okay, so that big thing is Town Hall. Hi! My heart is crying. Everything will be fine. Yeah, that's the right place, right? I hope. What's this? Can I use this? An empty bottle is required. Aha!
Alright.
Ah! Children! We know all about you. Aren't you a lively gal? Shall we barter, perhaps? What's up? The soul and the halves got an opportunity to catch their breath. This is good. Now everyone will have the time to prepare. Otherwise we'd have to mourn our boys, and the halves would be orphaned. The soul and the halves? It's just a catchy name. Notkin says it's because of each of them has a familiar, a cat, a dog, a crow, or a grass snake. Half a soul, more than a normal person, or a normal animal. Is that a game? It's a lifestyle that's larger than life. If you join the soul and the halves, you have to adopt a pet. As you raise it, you change. Then, when it's grown, it gets the other way around. Your half begins to take care of you, and so you are always together, bound forever. And what if the animal dies? I don't know. No half has ever died before. What kind of a soul and a half are you if your familiar can die? They wouldn't take you in the first place.
Your familiars are cool.
Yeah.
They're like spirit pet animal looking things that follow you, you know?
Hey you, don't mess with us. We know a thing or two about life. Why are you so bristled up? It has begun. A crushing blow to the soul and a halves is being prepared. There are almost 70 dog heads. No one will escape their doom. What does it mean? It means the end of the soul and a halves domination in Earth. Notkin will have to sweat to break free from the dog's jaws. Are you describing a game of yours? A game to some, destiny for others. I hope you avoid manslaughter. And that's all I have to say about that. What's up, horribly disfigured child? Aw, Teensy.
Alright, she gets a Brooklyn accent.
I've heard so much about you, oh. That makes me uncomfortable. What's in your pocket? What's in your pockets, pumpkin? I don't like that.
Oh, yes.
Why so gloomy, pumpkin? See, I want Grandma. I want Grandpa to get better. It's sad without him. Is your grandpa sick? My grandpa is dead. Grandpa Simon is sick. No one plays with me now. The grown-ups never let us into their games. Neither do the boys.
Al.
Grandpa will get better. Now go... Nah. Loved? Loved? Why do you put it like that? He still loves us. And he always will. Even the naughty ones. Sure, of course. Just slip it. Grandpa Simon is also dead, pumpkin.
Beans, eh?
Sure, of course. Just slip of the tongue. Alrighty then. Are those dog heads?
Arr,
Arr, arr, arr. I'm gonna keep going. I'm being surrounded by children!
Children.
Alright. I ain't going down without a fight. Come at me! No. Oh, he didn't like that. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, this is the house. Ah, I've caught you, my child. Fine. Oh, it's... Hi.
Why are
Yes,
my
big man.
children like this?
Ah, Bachelor Dankovsky, of course. Who else could be so dapper? I've heard quite a lot about you. Have you taken a look around? Be sure to check the state of the industry around here. We have our own ways. How curious. And what is the current state of your industry? Come now, it's a complicated establishment with thousands of years of history.
Cam.
A special approach is required to control such a colossus. See where I'm getting at, emissary? It would be pointless to object. I can see we're not really seeing eye to eye. The project is special. Very special. That means common standards do not apply here. That would be very naive. Yeah, you're probably right.
So my Haruspex is the Ripper? Funny.
Yes. Getting everything back on track won't be an easy task. Oh. What are you implying? What is this manner you're talking about? Be so kind as to mind your own manners. I had nothing to do with it. Don't say Isidore was murdered by a step demon. Or don't they say Isidore was murdered by a step demon? A Shabnakadir? There was that thingy, a talon they fished out from the wound. Oh my god, his eyes are large. Like, disturbingly large. Right. A demon. Why didn't I think of it straight away? It was so obvious. No need to put on airs, like you know life. Scarcely off the train and full of scorn already. Oh, I know these. A big city manners full well. Yet the capital is 1,000 versts away, as is any other decently civilized place, if you catch my drift. And you didn't let me finish. Alright, I apologize for the sarcasm. It's hard for you to believe, isn't it? It used to be hard for many. Take my boy, for example. A scoffer. Hi, Sam. If I've ever seen one. And now even he believes it's real. He went off his head a bit. You're in the step now, esteemed sir. Eastern and backwards. The dead rise from their graves here. Clay dummies dance. And bulls talk. And how do we catch this creature? There must be a way, right? I have no idea. I'm not a step man. These animals are only as interesting to me as they are, productive. All is good as long as the plow is pulled. As for how they're quacking among themselves, who would seriously take interest in that? Why was I cursed with a son like this? Oh, my sins, my grave sins. You don't seem to like the step people. They're dangerous. They're aggressive, and they hate everyone who isn't a step person. They'll jump you and kill you on the spot. They'll tear you up with their teeth and devour your flesh while you're still throwing fists at them. So if they're spotted within the town, countermeasures are taken. So what of your son? Perhaps you could tell me more about this creature.
I know.
Hold your horses. You want to talk? You want to talk to my blockhead? No, you have nothing to talk about. He's not here, thankfully. I don't want you two to meet. You heard me? These are tradesmen's words, and I'll stick to them. I won't leave it at that. Alright, now. Is someone in here?
I'm going to the Golem Arena.
Alright. I believe with that, I'm gonna cut things off here. And yeah. That's that. Good night, everybody.